Hello Sagittarius, Happy New Year to you and welcome to your general tarot card reading for January of 2019. Sagittarius, we have the following cards in your January reading. So the reading starts with the Five of Swords, then we have Ace of Pentacles, followed by Seven of Cups, the Hangman, Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Tower, and finishes on Queen of Cups. On the top of it, I'm going to draw, and I already actually drew the card that is indicating what to focus on, and a rune card talking about kind of additional commentary. So when I look at the first glance, Sagittarius, at your reading, I think you're going to have a very interesting month full of ups and downs, starting with the Five of Swords over here. You're going to have a Tower moment and then the Queen of Cups. So let's start with those Five of Swords. Five of Swords implies that you might be involved in some kind of conflict. The nature of the conflict is such that no one will win. The parties most likely involved, they're going to stuck to their own ways and nobody going to win. So it might result in kind of unhappiness and grief for both parties. Can also suggest separation, permanent breakup of partnership or relations of some kind due to choices that were made before. Also, what I would say that Five of Cups also indicating that you might be likely to find yourself with a mixed feelings about life in general, about people and situations about you, and if you're going to find yourself thinking and feeling this way, your intuition is trying to tell you something, so taken into the consideration. Also, Five of Swords, it might be talking about being a little bit too possessive, and overall indication comes from the Five of Swords is to not escalate conflicts unnecessarily and try to think before you're going to act, because this might cost you dearly. And if you're going to be able to manage that conflict, because Five is kind of indication the inner and outer conflict, someone that nobody wins, but if you're going to be able to restrain yourself and kind of be disciplined, you might be rewarded by it, and this is going to come in the form of Ace of Wands, because as you can see, the Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, as you can see, the hand is kind of appearing out of nowhere, coming from this cloud, extending this Ace of Pentacles, so everything to do with money, finance, health, wealth, well-being, things that are to do with our everyday life, opportunity. There is a garden there indicating growth. So it's something going to open to you, some kind of opportunity, a new beginning on several of different levels. And I would say that the ace is representing very positive new beginnings. So I would say that is not to say that it's written in stone, it's going to come your way, but it's very likely, and if so, something new going to be starting relatively soon. And once again, this is to do with the realm of your work or your personal life. Either way, it is a good thing. And this is being followed by the Seven of Cups. And because you have a Seven of Cups over here, this new opportunity might create a lot of confusion. Kind of, should I, would I, what is possible, what shall I do, what to choose. And you might be either spoiled for choice, you might be overwhelmed with possibilities. If those possibilities are going to open to you, you're going to go, oh my God, what I'm going to do now, what I'm going to do with it. And you might be kind of unsure, and you might be chasing ghosts here as well for some of the part. And it's up to you to kind of narrow your focus, try to find ways of distinguishing what you would really need from what would you want. I think this is because this is the card of choices, and the confusion might be standing from too much is going on, or maybe too much will be going on. So this is all about narrowing your focus and choosing carefully. And even though you might be overwhelmed by the choices or overwhelmed by the possibilities, this is all about what you are truly able to take on. I would equally say that quite often Seven of Cups is described as a card of illusion. It's because it carries the strength of number 7. It's all about overcoming and being able to move forward after all. But this is to do with narrowing that focus, being able to look, be realistic in terms of idealistic, and kind of sorting your priorities. And sometimes it's all about casting aside things that are not worth pursuing. So that there might be exciting, but not necessarily they're worth pursuing now. So that with the Seven of Cups is also a call for rational analysis and discernment over here. Also, because the correlation with number 7, that there might be that there is also, because 7 is about overcoming, I think it's also going to kind of present itself with some kind of indication, or that whatever, if there's something that you trying to find a solution or resolution to, it's going to present itself. And because of that figure in the middle, this is also about realizing your own potential and seeing for who you are. You might be just sometimes very much unaware of your own, how you present yourself, what you're capable of. So this kind of this is kind of coming with the Seven of Cups. And because of this choice, because maybe of this potential possibilities being presented, or presenting, coming into your life, or just how you perceive certain things, you have the Hangman over there. And the Hangman is indication of going inwards. It's indication of isolation, withdrawal, indication of finding yourself on a crossroads, not knowing which route to take. Sometimes it's also unwillingness to move forward because of some kind of codependency, inability to how to put it, you might be depending on others people's views or opinions, or so if that is the case, that there's a very strong indication here that you should kind of consider and stop seeking that kind of approval coming from the outer. So that's when it comes to the hangman over here. I would just add, when it comes to the hangman, that it provides, because it's all about inner reflection, and also might kind of represent this kind of finding the solution towards the problem that you're having, because Seven of Cups is talking about finding potential resolution, and maybe the hangman is also, it's all about taking the time to look inwards, understand the certain patterns or certain ways to see situation from different angle, from different perspective. And because of that, this is going to enable you to move forward by not necessarily make a decision, but move forward, mentally move forward, to be able to overcome yourself, to arrive with some kind of conclusions, to make those choices and decisions. And so this is very interesting card, and also the hangman, because of those dependencies, because he's hanging, and the act of hanging, the rope that is holding him, it's also representing this kind of depicts one's need to of dependency. So this is also talking about letting go, and allowed and give yourself an opportunity to change direction and grow from that kind of experience. Nextly, we have Ten of Pentacles, and Ten of Pentacles is absolutely amazing card. 10 is indication of the end of the cycle of fulfillment. It's very positive card, very upbeat. It's talking about everything to do with your material wishes to be met. It's talking about the security in different areas and different forms across your life. It's talking also about the relationships, all kinds of relationships, about your finance, health, and about this happy situation and happy circumstances as well. And it's urging you to make the best out of it, and I guess also it's urging you to kind of invest into because that's a very interesting, because you have this 10 of Pentacles, you have a 8 of Pentacles, and you have a Tower. So I would say, Sagittarius, that you might just take yourself, your work, your finances, something to the certain extreme. You might just overdo it. You might just push the limits. You might just overdo something. And it's a strong indication of overdoing. Because the 8 is it's talking about, let's say that 10 of Pentacles is also representing the way how those pentacles that are sitting is representing the tree of life, is representing the ultimate level. It's representing the level of completion and satisfaction and security. You know, I'm not talking that, it's also talking about the inheritance and having money to invest. That's for one. But maybe, and just maybe for some of you, you would like to gain some kind of more independence. The money might be to do with your family. There might be family money, inheritance. This is a general reading. It's kind of hard to decipher, but from the individual kind of situation. But because you have this 10, 8, and this Tower, the 8 is indicating you putting a lot of hard work into this something, indicating that you are striving towards achieving, accomplishing. You are prepared to do enormous, tedious kind of hard work, and you're willing to do it. And for some of you, it might mean self-employment. It might mean you developing a new skill set. You name it, and then all of a sudden you have this Tower, and this Tower moment is all about certain realization that, let's put it this way, because Tower moment, it's kind of depicting a change that might challenge you. But in terms of challenging, what I mean, it might be to do with your beliefs. It might present itself as a disruption, as upheaval, stroke of fate. But Tower is also talking about destruction of old structure, all structures and ways, and because of that, it's kind of has this double meaning, because from one, it's representing this sudden change, and sometimes change, it's the blessing in disguise, but also quite often than not, it's representing itself, or is presenting itself as a blessing in disguise, because it's this disruption and upheaval is releasing you from the old ways, and because of that, it represents the liberation, because this destruction is taking place of things that are no longer conducive to you, and they kind of outgrew and outlived the purpose, and that's why the Tower comes and cleanses it all. It's kind of it's preparing you for those new, better things coming into your life. And because it has this kind of lightning happening, it's also very illuminating. It can present, you all of a sudden might become very aware, you can see things from new perspective, new angle. It's representing, it's going to kind of also show you that, things that you maybe were striving for, they were not necessarily things that they were truly for you. So might be showing that whatever you were striving for didn't have enough of strong grounds, and didn't have as a strong footing as you thought that it had, if that makes sense. So even though it might be difficult and might be sometimes blow to your ego or your pride, and you might kind of feel or appears to be humiliating, it's a useful experience. It comes as a lesson in life, something that we can learn from Sagittarius. So that's for one thing. And then, because you have this Queen of Cups here towards the end of your reading, Queen of Cups is representing some kind of soothing energy. She's kind of merging, her gown is merging with the water and with the land, and because of that, the implication over here that someone will be able to provide you with some kind of form of help, and give a meaning to whatever situation you kind of are going through, and it's going to be provide you with, are going to give you something that you were not expecting. No expecting at all. Someone, I think somebody going to assist you, somebody going to reach out to you and give you a helping hand. And what is coming through, it feels like consolidation, reunion, help, assistance. So that's what is coming through Sagittarius. In terms of what to focus on, Sagittarius in January, we have the Justice. So Justice is talking about balancing things out, facing the music, but also if that comes to the relations with other people, is to judging people by their actions but not what they say. So it's all about giving people what is due to them, but also drawing very strong boundaries whenever is needed. That's for one. And in terms of additional commentary, we have this rune called Epheus. It's talking about the patience, is talking about gathering strength and repelling blockages, and actually is talking about perseverance, and not jumping to the certain conclusions, and is talking about requirement of caution sometimes. But what this additional commentary is kind of try to home in, and is presumably resonating with the Justice here, because within its essence, this rune is talking about doing the right thing, despite inconvenience, despite difficulties, is to kind of appreciate what you were able to achieve thus far. If needed, take time to regroup and kind of move forward. So Sagittarius, as usually, it is a man's pleasure to do the reading for you. I would like to wish you an amazing January. Thank you for tuning, and bye for now. If this reading has resonated with you, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. If you would like to book a private reading with me, please feel free to go to my website www.tarotwithmishka.co.uk, or alternatively you can email me at mishka@tarotwithmishka.co.uk. If you'd like to find me on Facebook, just simply type in Tarot with Mishka. I would like to say a massive thank you for tuning in, and bye for now.